Hello, Assalamu alaikum, so all viewers and dear students. This is Maqbool Islam in front of you. Today, our topic is MCQs, multiple choice question on the topic of vectors. We are proceeding these topics step by step. So, question number 34. If A is given, A vector and B vector are given, then A cross B vector, how we calculate A cross B vector? So according to the rule, according to the cross product A cross B vectors, we know that x1, y1, and we can also write I, j, and k, x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, and z2. According to this formula, if we are expanding this result, so we put the results I, j, and k. So here the coefficient of I is 1, and here 1, 2, and 2, and the coefficient of the B vector is here 3, -2, and the coefficient of k vector is -4. If we are expanding by first row, so we can write this result. So both are multiplied to each other, and 2 multiplied by -4 we get -8, and here minus and minus, this will be plus. 2 multiplied by 2 we get 4, plus 4 we get here, and minus j, and the second column, so 1 multiplied by -4 we get -4, and -6 we get similarly, and plus k, third column by expanding here first row and third column, so the result 1 multiplied by 2 -2, and -6, 3 multiplied by 2 6. So what is the result? -4 iota, -8 plus 4 we get -4 iota, and minus minus we get -10, -10 multiplied by minus we get plus 10 j, and here -8 multiplied by -8k. Now check the result in the options. So correct answer is B is the correct option. So here B is the correct answer. According to this cross product, j dot k cross 5, according to the rule of cross product rule. So this is, and the x-axis I, y-axis j, and k, z-axis we put k. So here k cross I is given, that k cross I, that means that the result will be equal to here j. If we put here j dot k cross I, in the place of this result we put j dot and here j, and the case of j dot j we get result 1, and correct answer is here D is the correct answer. D is the correct answer. The value of I cross j and dot j cross k, the same rule if we are applying here I, j, and z axis k. So here I cross j, so the result will be equal to k. I cross j, so the result is k. Similarly, j cross k, so the result is equal to I. J cross k, the result is equal to I. So in replace of this result, we put the result here I cross j k, and dot, and j cross k we put I. So both are different, so the result will be equal to 0. So we know that the formula I dot I, j dot j, and k dot k is equal to 1, but I dot j and j dot k and k dot I, the result is 0. These are the properties of the dot products we are using here. So the result will be equal to here. And option C is the correct. Option C is the correct answer. Here A cross B cross product or vector product is given. A cross B is equal to 0 and dot product is equal to 0. Then the vectors both either A in this case is in a case of A cross B is equal to 0 and A dot B is equal to 0. So both are perpendicularly to each other and the 90-degree in the dot product, and here and sin 0 will be 0 and 0 degree. So both are in case of either A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. Here the answer C is the correct answer. So these are the properties of the cross products and dot product if we are applying. 37. If a vector U is a vector, we can also, this is the notation of vector, makes an angle of alpha, beta, gamma along x-axis and y-axis. Beta is giving the angle and z-axis giving gamma. So what is the result? In this case, uh, then cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are what? According to the definition of here along x-axis, x-axis is making an angle alpha and along beta and here along beta. So and the y-axis beta is making and similarly and here is making and z axis that will be gamma. So cos alpha, cos beta, and cos gamma are the direction ratio. That is called direction ratio. So this answer is called, just asking in the question is cos alpha, cos beta, and cos gamma are what? Cos alpha and cos gamma, beta and cos gamma are called direction ratios. These are called ratios. Cos alpha and cos beta are cos alpha, cos beta, and cos gamma are called direction ratios. Direction ratios. So option C is the correct answer. And question number 38, A cross B. A cross B is called cross product or vector product. So there is a scalar. So cross is not applies in the scalar. A is commutated. No. If we write A cross B is equal to B cross A. So this is the property of commutative. So that is not equal generally. That is also not equal. Anti commutative property is applied because we can write this results and commutative process, so the direction will be changed. B cross A, B cross A we can write. So the correct answer is here C is the correct option. Is correct answer in the commutative property. Anti means here the direction or change of the vector. Here question number 39, if A, B and C are three forces acting on a particles along x-axis, so there will be a resultant vector. What is the resultant vector? A resultant vector we have already discussed in the resultant vector and the two vectors. Resultant vector, for example, R is f of x is implied on x-axis and f of y on the y-axis. So there will be equal to this result. If there are three forces acting on a particle, their result will be extravatic. So the result will be equal to 0. So in this cases, in three-dimensional space, so the result will be equal to 0. In this case, the correct answer is here in this option. B is the correct option. So their result will be equal to 0. 40, the distance formula from the given points P1 is given and P2 is given and P3 is given, that 3 points given, that according to the, and thus for the R cubes dimension space we can say that is 3 dimension. RQ means that in 3 dimension, 3 coordinate systems are given that. So how we are finding the distance formula? We know that in the ninth class, in the first year class, we know that between 2 points, if we are finding the distance formula, we are finding x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square root. But here the difference is, here is this is in dimension of r square, because x, y, 2 coordinates are given, but here 3 coordinates are given of each point. So this is r cube, dimension is cube. So distance formula is, and the correct answer is here, and x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. So A is the correct answer according to the distance formula if we are applying for the 2 coordinate, 3 coordinates. Similarly, question number 41, if A is equal to lambda B and lambda is greater than 0, lambda must be positive number and must be greater than 0. Then A and B have in the same direction. So it means that if A and B are, means that here A and B are parallel to each other. This is the definition of parallel line. If A line is parallel, A is parallel to B line parallel, so we can write A is lambda B. So this is the definition of parallel line. And here if lambda is greater than 0, this condition are applied here. So lambda is must be positive, and must be positive, and lambda is greater than 0. So this will be show that, so the both parallel vector are in the same direction. So this will be in the same direction. This answer is correct. Similarly, the same question are repeated, just a lambda condition is less than 0. It means that negative numbers we have in this situation, then A and B are in the opposite direction, because so lambda is 0. Anti-parallel, for example, so this is a parallel and this condition will be here opposite in direction minus. So these are the parallel condition but in opposite direction. And the third question number 43, the vector product of a vector by itself is always a vector product. Vector product means here cross product. Vector product means here cross product of a vector by itself. For example, we are taking any vector, A is any vector, and they are in cross product by itself. Vector product means cross product. So in this is the property. So B cross B and C cross C. So the result will be equal to 0. The correct answer is here. C is the correct answer. This answer is correct. If two vectors are equal, then the value of the scalar triple product. If this condition, if we are apply here, we have already discussed in the previous video. Scalar triple product A dot B cross C. So the result will be equal to 0 here. If two vectors are here, if two vectors are equal, here condition are given, two vectors are equals, means that if any of these two vector are given equal. So for example, we can say that A is equal to B or B is equal to C. Both any condition we can apply. So in this situation, we get the answer in here. The result will be equal to 0. 0. So this condition if we are applying, so any condition if A and B are, A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0, So in this situation, we make the B cross C, A dot B cross C will be equal to scalar product will be equal to 0. Means here that scalar product dot product by itself, any vector if we are taking by itself, so we can write, for example, A is a vector by itself, so we can write A square, and dot product result is 1, but here we can write A square we can write here A square absolute magnitude of A square. So A square we can write the same result here. Option C is the correct answer. Option C is here the correct answer. If two vectors A and B are oppositive direction, if their direction are changed, but their dot product is required, but the position is also in opposite direction. So A dot B. So if their direction are changed, we can write B magnitude and A magnitude. So their direction, correct answer is, and direction are changed, and we can write minus A B magnitude, and here correct answer is B is the correct answer. Express A 2B minus 3C minus 2A plus B plus C, and which result in the scalar triple, right here A dot B cross C. So this is the formula. So if we write here 1 0 0, and here A is equal to 0 and coefficient of B is equal to 2 and coefficient of C is equal to minus 3. Similarly, coefficient of minus 2 and 1 and 1. If expanding by first row, expanding by first row, expanding by this row, so what is the result? We can write 1 and 1, 2 multiply by 1, we get 2, minus we get already minus, we are subtracted, but the sign is changed. Here we can write 3, and this is 0, so 0, so also we can write here 0 and plus 6 minus 6. So this result gave the result 0 0 0 and plus 4. This is completely 0 results. So we get the answer is here and 5 5 5 5. If we are change this result in the form of A plus B, so the correct answer is, and here is this one is the correct answer. So A is the correct answer. Similarly, find the value of work done if we are apply here 4 iota plus j minus 3k, and the position vector are given that 3i plus rj minus k. So position vector if we are apply r is given that if we directly multiply f is equal to work done f is equal to w is equal to r cross f. If we are apply on this one, so what is the result? We are 4 multiply by 3 12, we get here 12, and 1 plus 1 and minus n2 plus minus 3 minus minus plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So if we add this one, we get 16. 16 is, we are calculating this value. So 16 is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. How we calculate this one? 4 multiplied by 3, we get the answer 4 multiplied by 4 we get 12, and 1 multiplied by 1 we get 1, minus 3, and 2 minus 1 we get plus 3. So the result will be equal to, and this we can write dot product, because in the dot products we are apply here dot product, r dot of I dot I we get is equal to 1. So similarly, question number 49, iota square and j square k square is equal to, automatically this result is equal to 1. Why? Because we know that the property of dot product, we can write iota square we can write I dot I, and j square we can write j dot j. Similarly, k square we can write k dot k. So all of these results are equal to 1. So the correct answer is 1. Question number 50, A dot B cross C is called, what is the result? Scalar product? No. Vector product? No. This is the definition of scalar triple product. So correct answer is here, because A dot B cross C we are applying in the scalar triple product. This is the definition of scalar triple product. So the correct answer is C is the correct answer. Proceeding, question number 51. What does the scalar triple product? Scalar triple product we have already discussed. Scalar triple product is A dot B cross C is the scalar triple product. So this formula is used also for the volume of the parallelepiped. This formula is known as also volume of the parallelepiped. Sarah, just like in question number 51, option C is the correct answer here. Now question number 52, the unit vector of k is represented by, how we are write the unit vector of k. So unit vector of k, for example, if k is any vector, so we are represented by this one. A is any vector, so 0i plus 0j plus 1k. So that is represented by the unit vector whose magnitude is 1, also v, and the direction of, and the z-axis, and the z-axis here is x-axis is 0, and y-axis is 0, and z-axis, and here is 1. The unit vector whose magnitude is 1. So if we are finding of the same direction, so this is the definition of the unit vector whose magnitude is 1. So on the z-axis, and the z-axis correct answer is B is here the correct answer, because we and write in the vector form, and here this we can write 0, 0 and 1. This statement we can write in the form of this form. So the correct answer is here 0. Question number 53, j dot k and k dot I and I dot j is equal to 0, because this is the property we are using. And here, look here, this is the property I dot I and j dot j and k dot k is equal to 1. So if they are different direction, different vectors, j dot k and k dot I is equal to 0. And this statement, this property we are using here. Similarly, if a vector u is the given vector makes an angles alpha, beta and gamma with the three coordinates x-axis, then alpha, what is the alpha beta? The next previous question we have already done, where we have discussed cos alpha and cos beta and cos gamma are called direction cosine. But here in this question, alpha beta are just asking from you the three coordinates alpha beta. Gamma gives what? Gamma gives the direction angles. These are angles. Similarly, the last question we are doing, if b is equal to b1 iota, b2j and b3k, then b square whole. If we are taking here b square, b dot b, we can write b dot b. So this result will be equal to b square, b1 square plus b3 square, b2 square. So the correct answer is B is correct answer. How we, if we calculate this result we are finding, so we can write B dot D. So both result, if we are multiply B1 iota plus B2J and plus B3K, similarly if we dot B2 B1, the same result we are applying B1 iota plus B2J and plus B3K. So dot property B1 means B1 and B1 plus B2 and B2, B3 and B3. So we can write B1 square plus B2 square and B3 square. So this is the result if we are applying here in the dot product, because if we I dot I, we are applying here I dot I and J dot J and K dot K is equal to 1. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe my channel.